those full and effective rates, that includes our school tax. rate.
Everything. That's
Yeah.
all of the things that, and a lot of it is your schools, yes.
Yeah, I think Badger School District is 37, so out of that 57 effective, that's probably 60% of the total property tax bill.
I think I know.
Is the inside millage for the school still 21?
I'm not sure what the inside millage is rate for.
Okay, yeah, that's what it used to be, but
I can tell you, well, I look for this, I think I have it with me. I can tell you though, one thing, if you look at your tax bills when you get them,
yeah.
if you look really carefully at them, it will tell you exactly how much of your taxes are going to each thing.
Yeah, and the other with the, if that is 21 mils combined with the 10, that's 31, which is probably 55% of your total tax bill.
You're actually, wait, no, you had 21, the 21 that you're talking about
Yeah,
was actually, that was a 1976 current expense levy.
well,
And that, but the general fund, which I assume is it's 5.
yeah,
Okay.
there was, I served on the local board of education for 8
Right.
years. Got kind of a crash course in this.
Yeah.
But the point I'm making is that 60% of your total tax bill is school.
Correct.
About 55% of it is inside millage.
Right,
And that's the part that is subject to increase with property value.
right.
Are there any voted on levies that are for anything other than a set dollar figure? I don't think there are there?
I'm looking here because there's some county ones, but as
Yeah.
far as there are some. And even within the school levy, that 21, the effective is 15.
Yeah.
All right, so your effective rate for your schools or your mills is 37.15 out of the 70, so a little more than half. And then, but then the actual, and again, the school levies are the big ones on the fixed rates, right? So it's 31, so it's again more than half.
Yeah.
So, and yes.
And part of that was also, the full is part taxes that are countywide, children's services.
Correct. Yeah.
So again, that takes another chunk out of what, we're looking at as far as the township's budget, because you've got children's services, you've got senior levies, you've got whatever else
So,
that is part of that too, so.
Vocational
So
schools another
Yes.
2.4, so that's.
so you're effective, I'm trying to look at this and make sure I have it right. Your effective for the township is 12.09. And then your full is 17. So your portion that you're paying for the township, and again, like I said, it's on the property taxes. As a former township trustee who was attempting to get a road levy passed that didn't pass, took 2 more tries after I left.
So the
yes.
township will get more money from that effective tax,
Well,
when they raise our taxes. So there will be more money to give to the township?
again, it's the effective is 12.
Just the
full
effective,
is,
yeah.
the full is 17. So they're getting less than the full. I'm not sure I'm answering your question properly. I'm sorry.
I think what she's asking is with the property taxes going up, will Kinsman Township see any profits from the property taxes going up?
Well, there are some things, let me look at this.
I think, do you mean the market rates, the prices, the values going up?
Yes, there
Or
are.
any more money coming back to Kinsman
Okay,
Township?
and I
Is that what you're
apologize.
asking?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you something. The subtotal I just told you was wrong because they included in the subtotal, well, yeah, I think it's right. There's some county money in there, but it's county money that's for the health. Right, and that gets weird. So your road and bridge is a fixed rate millage. So that will increase, right? The amount. Do you understand what I'm saying? So because it's a fixed rate, there's a fixed, and I have to be a little careful because there's some weird terms and I may be using them wrong just for simplicity. So I'm trying to be as,
But our general fund will not see a profit from the tax rates going up.
Well,
That's,
actually, your general fund is 1.35 a full and 1.35 effective.
okay, but after, so it isn't gonna change, basically.
Right, well, the rate isn't gonna change, right? But you will, because it's at a fixed
So
rate.
0.35 of 100,000 is less than 0.35 of 150,000. So you would get a little bit more.
Right, you'll get some increase, and anybody, there will be increases, it's not like, oh, you're not gonna get any more. And as a matter of fact, you'll have, the projected increase on your levy is more, and I'm gonna get to that too.
Okay.
And sometimes people invite me and they maybe regret that they invited me. I'm trying not to make you regret, but I have to. All right. So the levy, this brings us to the levy that's on the ballot. So you have a levy, not a lot of millage, 1.5 mils, which is 0.15%. This is $52.50 annually per 100,000 appraised value. Now, I want to get into appraised versus assessed values, and I put it as appraised because everybody's looking at their appraised values. So it's 0.15% of your assessed value, which is 35% of your appraised value. So if you have a home that has been appraised by our appraisers at $100,000, you're taxed on $35,000. Right? So for that $100,000 is $52.50 annually. Right? And I gave that calculation so you guys could see that. And so there's a tentative increase in the value of the taxing district will result in a change in what will be collected. Right? We have to certify levies at what the value is when we're asked to certify them. So when we certified them, we estimated that you would be, based on the value at that time, we estimated that you would collect $60,000. Based on the tentative values, right, the tentative values, and I gotta say that again, tentative values, we estimate $70,000 as opposed to the original $60,000, $74,000, I'm sorry, as opposed to this original $60,000.
Is this a permanent, or is it, does this
No,
have a
5-year. And I'll get into that a little bit when
Yeah,
she's done, why we went in that direction, but it is a 5-year levy.
Is this a fixed millage or a fixed dollar figure? Over the 5-year duration, is that going to collect more than $74,000 a year?
I don't think so.
Because the school levies were all fixed dollar figures. The dollar figures remain constant of what they were passed at. The millage was adjusted downward as property values.
Yeah, I don't think it will, because I think it'll be similar to like we just did a replacement on an ambulance levy last year, whatever it was, because we start collecting less.
Right.
So I think that this is going to be similar to that. That's my understanding.
If you have questions, you can call the office. You can look on the website. There's lots of information there. If you have any more questions for me, although you guys have been great, you have some really interesting ones and I think ones that are helpful to others tonight. If you have any more, I'll be glad to answer them.
How do we know our house was appraised? They come sneaking around and we never saw anybody?
Well, by statute, we are allowed to enter the property, yes, but we're not going inside your house. And really, it's a mass appraisal. The time it would take to we do new construction is done more in depth, but it's basically, looking, maybe pulling in your driveway or parking outside front, looking and going, okay, they have a record, they have what it was currently, and they would look and say, okay, there was a structure here and it's no longer here, so they will remove it from the record. Or we didn't have this structure, now we need to add it to the record, those kinds of things. They'll be looking too for outside condition, and so but they are by law allowed to enter your property.
Well, with me, I live in the lakeland, so the lake was totally wiped out 4 years ago, so I don't